Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. My name is Patty Garcia, and I'm the chair of the District Governing Board for Coconino Community College. Please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. Is there something? I don't know. And remain standing for the national anthem, performed by Marion Sauter and interpreted by Aaron Rickel and Jacqueline Norman. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. Please be seated. I would now like to introduce the president of Coconino Community College, Dr. Colleen Smith.
Hello, Coconino County, Coconino Community College of Coconino County. How is everybody? Yeah. So are you ready to celebrate your wonderful accomplishments today, graduates? We are ready to celebrate with you. I have a few things I want to share with you, and then I have some amazing folks to introduce to you today. But one of the things you might have seen in your program today is the theme of our graduation today. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you take risks. This quote is from Denzel Washington. And I want you to think about, just for a moment, do some self-reflecting on the risks that you have taken throughout your life, every new phase of your life. And then, of course, one of them was coming here to Coconino Community College. Now, you may not know it, but you are here graduating on our 25th year anniversary. Pretty amazing, huh? Yeah. And you know, they say it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes several villages to raise a college. And that's what Coconino County has done with Coconino Community College, which is why I was greeting our county as well as all of the members of our college. And we are grateful for the support of all of the different communities that we serve. And we are very proud of the community in our name, Coconino Community College, working to serve our communities and to serve our students. And when you think about it, when you think about those challenges, this is a very young college, going through and having gone through challenges just like you go through and like you will continue to go through. And when you talk about a village, you know, there are a lot of different people that make a village work. Well, one of the things that was an important part of villages some time ago was blacksmith. And when you think about it, what they do is they melt the metal down and then they form it into something strong and useful and beautiful. And then later it gets melted down and formed again and again. And that's what I want to encourage you to do, is to take those chances. Be courageous. You know, reach out and be who and what you want to be. Be willing to reform yourself. Be willing to have that courage. And that's what Coconino Community College is all about. And this is just one step in continuing to form yourself. So we are so proud of you today. And thank you for your hard work. Thank you for choosing Coconino Community College. And I have some very special people to introduce to you now. I'd like, first of all, to start with our platform party. It is my privilege to introduce different people who are here to celebrate with us this afternoon. And I would like to ask them to stand. Please hold your applause until the end. We have Ms. Patricia Garcia. I'm sorry, I can't help but call you Patty. We have Patty Garcia, the District Governing Board Chair. Patty, would you please stand? If you'll hold your applause, we'll introduce everyone. We have Dr. Nathaniel Nat White from our District Governing Board. And we have 3 more governing board members that could not make it today. They were very sorry that they could not be here with us. Then we have Dr. Dudley Gardner, our provost at Coconino Community College. Ms. Jamie Van Ness, our executive vice president. Ms. Veronica Hippolito, our dean of student development and community engagement, and our Chief Student Services Officer. And we have Dr. Kay Laurie Dixon, Vice Provost of Teaching, Learning, Design, and Assessment from Northern Arizona University. Let's please give them all a hand. Each and every one of these people work hard on your behalf. And you may not realize it, but our district governing board members are elected officials. They work hard to get elected on your behalf, and then all of their time is donated time. They are not paid, and believe me, they work very hard for our college because they're committed to the mission of the community college and to our students. And we are very grateful for their work and their support. So thank you. You may all be seated. Just a moment ago, I was talking to you about our communities and the fact that Coconino Community College would not exist if not for various leaders within our communities who support us and who really value the mission of the community college and what we do as integral part of the communities that we serve. So it's essential to our success, and it's also essential to your success. So I have some very important people that I want to introduce, and I want to thank them for their effort to support us and partner with us. We have Christina Caldwell, who is part of our board foundation and works with Goodwill. Thank you. We have Jeff Hall, the director of Lowell Observatory, who partners with us. Thank you. We have Jeff Ross, Realty Executives, a very wonderful community partner with us. We appreciate him very much. Paul Kupinski from Launch Flagstaff, partnering with education all over the county. We have Risha Vanderway, Coconino County Superintendent of Schools. We have Sharon Doctor from NAU, who works with Native American Student Services. And we also are very proud to have with us this afternoon Senator Sylvia Allen, Arizona State Senator. If you've never had an opportunity to hear Sylvia, Senator Allen, speak, you need to know that she is an avid supporter of education, education at all levels. And matter of fact, she just had a great idea for us today, and we're very thankful. So welcome, all of you. Thank you for being here. And is there anybody else? I don't want to leave anybody out. Anybody else from our foundation board? Anyone? Okay. Now, I really, really do have what I consider to be some of the most important folks here as far as your education. And at this time, I'd like to draw your attention to these people. They are the foundation of providing your education. Would all of the faculty of Coconino Community College please rise? You know, I was going to tell you that that you would do well to thank these people, but I can see that you already know that, okay? The vigorous applause you gave shows that you appreciate everything that they have put into your education. Your success is important to them in everything they do in preparing their classes, assessing students, the different ways that they reach out to students outside of class, the time that they put in to preparing. They've advised you, they've coached you, they've listened to your goals and dreams, nudged you a little bit when you needed it, maybe even kind of given you a kick in the pants when you needed it, some of both, okay. They see the best in you. They know what your potential is. They know what you can do. And they will always encourage you. They will always push you to stretch, to do your very best. So, to you, our learners, know that they have you as their first priority. So, to our professors, thank you so much. And I am so grateful to have the opportunity to work with you here at Coconino Community College. Thank you. Now I have some special employees. All of our employees are special. I mean that. But I do have a few that I'm going to introduce a little bit separately. And these are employees who received the 2017 Employee of the Year Award. These awards are nominated by their peers and selected by their peers because not only do they work very hard in their jobs, but they reach out and they help others in their jobs. And that's what we're about at Coconino Community College. We don't say, that's not my job. We all say, how can I help you? What can I do to help you be successful with this major project you have going? And so, our Administrative Professional of the Year, Ms. April Sandoval. I have to tell you, I'm so fortunate to get to work with April. Some people say that she is my assistant. That's not true. She's my partner in crime, and she's amazing. And next, I would like to introduce Classified Staff of the Year, Mr. Trevor Welker. Trevor Welker, thank you. You see this beautiful program and all of the beautiful material and signs and publications. That's from his design. Thank you for your hard work. And then we have for outstanding leadership, getting us through many wonderful, amazing events for our 25th year anniversary this year, Mr. Scott Talboom. Another partner that I'm fortunate to get to work with on a daily basis. Together with all of their colleagues, they're clearly devoted to moving Coconino Community College forward, clearly devoted to your success, doing everything they can to get rid of barriers and help you move forward in life with your goals. They make decisions every day that try to make things run more smoothly for you. They keep the best interests of the learners and of the college as a whole always in the forefront. And now it's really all of us that are colleagues here at this institution, all of us that are partners in this college and in your education. Would all of our dedicated staff and administration please stand and let me thank you for your amazing support, all of you. Thank you. They're all around the room. They're in the back. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. Anyway, thank you. They are amazing, and I am very grateful to be able to work with them every day. And now I would like to introduce Ms. Jamie Van Ness, the Executive Vice President, and she's going to explain to you some of our wonderful honors that we will be presenting with students today.
Thank you. So you may notice that many of their graduates are wearing red, white, and blue cords. These are CCC graduates who are U.S. military veterans. With those wearing, yes, absolutely. With those wearing those red, white, and blue cords, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. The next group are graduates that are adorned with gold cords. These graduates have achieved academic honors with a grade point average of 3.4 or above. With those in the gold cords, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. Please be seated. Okay. Our next group are graduates that are adorned with red, white, and black cords. These students have achieved academic success through the support of our student trio program. With those in the red, white, and black cords, please stand and be recognized. Thank you. You may be seated. Now the last group are those that are wearing the stole over their shoulders. These graduates are members of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society, for which they have committed themselves to scholarship, leadership, service, and fellowship. With the members of the Beta Gamma Chi chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa, please stand and be recognized. Thank you, and congratulations on your accomplishments, and you may please be seated. Now, I would like to introduce Dr. Gardner, our provost.
So it is my pleasure to recognize this year's outstanding full-time faculty and part-time faculty. I'll begin with the full-time faculty, Alan Peterson. He's honored for his excellence in teaching and service to the college. His appreciation for the arts is moving, and as stated by one of his students, he presents meaningful material and always has a high degree of enthusiasm. Alan has inspired students through art since January 1992, his first semester at CCC. He taught drawing and art appreciation. When asked what his favorite part about CCC is, Alan said, "It's diversity." Being just as diverse as an instructor of the arts, he has instructed nearly all of the art courses here at the college, from Art of the Southwest to the overview of the Colorado Plateau. Prior to attending Northern Arizona in 1980, Alan was a river guide at the Colorado Canyon on the Colorado River for 8 years. This previous adventure sprouted a deep love for northern Arizona and the Colorado Plateau, ultimately playing large roles within his development as an artist and as an arts educator. With his credible knowledge of art and the criteria he uses, Alan holds a reputation of presenting meaningful lectures that encourage many to learn more about art as a whole. He said his love for educating others, especially on the art, stems from several teachers he had as a student growing up. Alan's first painting and art history teachers had an immense amount of influence on him as a person and artist, which has led him to his devotedness to teaching art and its history to others. While Alan is not teaching at CCC, he contributes to dedicate his time to the arts of the Curator of Fine Arts at the Museum of Northern Arizona. Alan, please come forward as we congratulate you on you as being the Outstanding Faculty of the Year.
On behalf of the District Governing Board, do I need to know that? Whatever you just said. On behalf of the District Governing Board and on behalf of your colleagues here at Coconino Community College, we want to thank you for your level of rigor, your level of keeping the standard high for your students, expecting the most out of them so that they can be their best selves. So we honor you just as we honor all faculty, and let this be a symbol of honoring our faculty, and thank you for your tremendous work and your devotion to the students.
The next award is for the associate faculty, who we sometimes call part-time, but there is no such thing as a part-time faculty member. They never stop thinking about what they can do for their students. It is now my pleasure to introduce the Outstanding Part-Time Faculty of the Year, Andrew Allen. Unfortunately, Andy could not be here this afternoon, but he would like to recognize him for his dedication to teaching. Andy has been at the college for 5 years, teaching both chemistry and algebra. He also instructs a biology course during the summer sessions. He may be part-time faculty, but he's fully committed to his students. When asked why he became an educator, Andy shared an inspiring story that demonstrates unerringly as to why he was chosen for such an award. After receiving his bachelor's degree in biology from Northern Arizona University, he was informed the institution needed supplemental instructors. Andy took up on the opportunity and has dedicated himself to education ever since. Teaching became a channel where he could use his patience and interpersonal skills to truly shape the life of others. Coconino Community College is a place that he holds dear to his heart due to the people that make up this situation or this institution. I am a person that is about community, and at Coconino Community College is the embodiment of community, Andy says. When asked about what he feels his role as an educator is, he expressed that one needs to be a life coach and demonstrate positivity. He explained that the approach that he takes towards education and everyday life could be traced back to living teachings growing up. He gives all of his credits to his teachers and his colleagues. Thank you.
It is my great pleasure to introduce the class of 2017 student address speakers. Our first speaker is Rita L. Schreiner. Rita hasn't been to school since 1973. She's been married, raised a family, and had a good job in Chicago before moving to Flagstaff several years ago. When she moved to Flagstaff with her husband, Rick, she decided to look for work, and she gave herself until Christmas of that year to find a job. Her husband suggested she try college, and on December 26th, still with no job, she heard an ad on the radio for Coconino Community College. I got here and loved it, Rita said, adding that the smaller atmosphere, the caring and the commitment of the faculty and staff, and the affordability helped her bolster the discipline she needed to be successful. I had to learn to be a student. She is a constant volunteer at a variety of CCC functions and events. She is a member of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society and has since transitioned to Northern Arizona University to study toward a bachelor's degree in English. I figured I wanted words, Rita said. It is so important for women to tell their stories. Her grandmother was an emancipated slave who she knows little about, and Rita wants her 13 grandchildren to know her as well. She is already retired, and her husband will retire shortly, and they will be able to travel the country and the world. But for now, she's focused on her studies, and when she's done, and then I write in earnest, she said. That's where the story begins. Please join me in welcoming Rita L. Schreiner.
Awesome! We look great. Good afternoon. The triumph can't, sorry, I'm gonna take my glasses off. The triumph can't be had without the struggle. Wilma Rudolph. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this triumphant day. My family is from Clarksville, Tennessee, the same small town as our neighbor and friend, Wilma Rudolph. Wilma Rudolph was an American sprinter who won a bronze medal in the 1956 Olympics. When she returned from the Games, she vowed to her community to earn the right to run in the 1960 Olympics, and promised us that she would do better. 4 years later, she returned home an Olympic gold medalist. Wilma Rudolph became the fastest woman of her time and the first American woman to win 3 gold medals in a single Olympic game. As a child, Wilma Rudolph suffered from a series of illnesses and devastated, and her legs were badly affected by polio, especially her right leg and foot. By the time she was 4, she was forced to wear braces. Our family lived in a segregated community in Tennessee. In order for her to receive medical treatment for her polio, her mother would take her to Nashville, Tennessee, which is 50 miles from Clarksville, once a week, and she did this for 2 years. Her mother and father were devoted to her. She was one of 22 children, and they loved them all. And that's the type of community I came from. They took this 50-mile trip, and at the end of all these treatments, the doctor told Mrs. Rudolph that Wilma would never walk. Wilma Rudolph said of her mother, she said, "My doctor told me I would never walk again. My mother told me I would. I believed my mother." By the time Wilma turned 12 years old, she was able to walk without braces and started running. She said, "I ran and ran and ran every day, and I acquired this sense of determination, this sense of spirit. I would never, never give up, no matter what happened." As I sprinted through my life, I remembered Wilma Rudolph as an inspiration to me and other girls like me. I remembered how she gave back to her family and her community. When she ran in the 1960 Olympics, we, as her neighbors and as her friends, we saw ourselves. Running track was my passion as a little girl. I wanted to be the fastest woman, just like Wilma. She said I could. if you're from Clarksville, Tennessee, you immediately start running track because of Wilma Rudolph. She said, "I believe in me more than anything in the world." As you all know, I live by that. I know I'm good. I know I can do this because I have a community of people backing me. Of course, since she believed in herself, I had to believe in myself. We came from the same place. Sadly, an accident took competing in track and field away from me. But I remembered that Miss Wilma said in an interview, "Winning is great, but if you are only going to do something in life, if you're really going to do something in life, the secret is learning how to lose. Nobody goes undefeated all the time. If you can pick up after a crushing defeat and go on to win again, you're going to be a champion someday." So I changed my dreams and remembered what Wilma Rudolph taught me through her determination. So I changed my dreams, and this is what I learned from her. First, community is necessary for success when striving towards our goals. As we win, our community wins. Second, set a goal and do not stop until you achieve it, because our achievements are not ours alone. They are also the achievements of our community. Third, no excuses. We have no choice. Our community suffers when we make the choice to do anything less than our best. So I married. I had 3 wonderful children and worked a corporate job I loved. I left behind my dreams of someday competing in the Olympics or attending college like Wilma Rudolph had, but I refused to regret what I could not do. What I could do was work hard for my family's dreams. I knew I could raise my family with a community-centered perspective. I knew I could teach them how to set goals and give them the tools to achieve their ambition. In time, my husband and I moved to Flagstaff, and with that expectation, I thought I was ready to relax. I'd given my all. Now it was my time to retire from the busy world, watch my children raise their grandchildren. However, my husband and children reminded me that I had not yet achieved all my goals. There was still a dream I needed to fulfill: a formal college education. At the time, I was almost 60 years old. I had 11 grandchildren, and there was no way I was going to give up my retirement. I had nothing more to prove. My job was to inspire others to sit at the sideline. I'm one of those people to say, "You can do this. Young person, you go to college." But my family began encouraging me to earn a degree from Northern Arizona University. And they held firm that I could achieve this goal. They believed that it was my turn to follow my dream of attending college. So I thought, what better place to begin than Coconino Community College? Why? I knew I wanted to be a part of a community that honors people and their differences. A community of educators who put their students first, who help each other, and who value the bonds we share. I wanted a school where there was a culture of alliance and care. I wanted what Wilma Rudolph had before she went to the Olympics, a community, and I found that community at CCC. Miss Wilma said, no matter what you accomplish, everybody helps you. Entering college for the first time, I needed as much help as I could get. I am so grateful to this community. This community works hard for its students. The assistance I have received, and now, as an alumni, I'm part of CCC Foundation. The CCC has provided all of us with people who see our potential, who will push us to do what we never deemed possible, and who will support us along our academic journey. For many community college students, the most intimidating part of the journey is the transition to university. But at CCC, the student-oriented CCC to NAU team is here to help guide you through the maze of higher education. It was a great comfort to me to have the confidence that the classes I was taking at CCC would benefit me at NAU. To know that the CCC to NAU program was helping to ensure that I was on the right path to achieve my dream. I have learned some valuable lessons here at CCC. First, let your community assist you. They want your success as much as you do. They will have confidence in you when you doubt yourself. Second, ask for help. Ask for help and accept the help and assistance of others. No matter what your dream or how you're struggling, there is someone on this campus who will mentor you and work with you and help you achieve those goals. This community cares. Third, the community will encourage you, but they will not drive you. If you want to achieve success, you must be ready to advocate for yourself. If you do not get what you need to advance from one person, ask another, and another, and another, until you find the one who will assist you. These things I have learned at CCC. You must be more invested in your future than anyone else. You and I, we know how to work hard. We have proven this today with our academic achievements. All we ask from our community is that encouragement. And I found that right here at CCC. I am proof positive that you're never too old or never too inexperienced to go to college. You are never too old and never too experienced for higher education. Because of CCC, I have brought home my own Olympic medal, as have you. The degrees we have earned today are only the beginning. What's next? Set more goals. Set more goals and work hard to achieve them. I have earned the right to attend NAU, and this time I will do better. For me, I plan to bring to my community a gold medal by earning a BA in English. Once I graduate from NAU, I plan to write in earnest. I want to tell my story. We all have a story. And mine continues beyond CCC, but this will be a dear chapter in my life. Coconino Community College has changed my world. Ms. Rudolph said, "Never underestimate the power of dreams and the influence of the human spirit. We are all the same. The potential for greatness lives in all of us. I am so proud of each and every one of you. Thank you."
It is with great pleasure to It is with great pleasure to introduce our next student address speaker, Kevin Scholler. At Coconino Community College, and he knew that if he didn't miss a day, and if he did all the work he was assigned, he would make it. Surprisingly, the military gave him the discipline he needed. Not only did he succeed, he thrived. He became a member of and an officer for the CCC chapter of the Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. His ultimate goal is to transition to a 4-year university, hopefully Notre Dame, to continue his studies for a bachelor's degree in social work. In the end, he said he proved that voice wrong. It's not always going to be easy, Kevin said. These are tough times ahead, but if you stick to the course, you'll be proud with the result, no matter what. Please welcome Kevin Scholler.
Thank you, Veronica, my lovely boss. This time last year, I was sitting in the back with the overflow area, little shout out to them, and I was watching the commencement speakers, and I thought to myself, that's where I want to be a year from now. But as my family could probably tell you, 11 years ago when I graduated high school, this was the furthest thing we had in mind. I barely graduated high school 11 years ago. And when I say I barely graduated, I mean I had to take those like after school courses to make up credits just so that I would graduate. And I was never really, I lacked discipline. I lacked the care. But one thing I did that was pretty smart my senior year of high school was walking into the Navy recruiting office, thanks to my pops, and signed the dotted line. In the United States Navy, I learned that discipline by force. And I traveled around the world, and I saw true poverty, which made me humble. I ran into many different types of leaders, and I came to the conclusion that you can learn just as much from a bad leader as you can a good one. And all of those leaders, I hate going to those leadership seminars and they try and build you up and say, this is how you build a perfect leader. I don't believe in that. I think that we all have it inside of us, and it just takes that time to go and find out what kind of leader you are. And if I could write the definition of leader, I would say fill in the blank. We all have it in us. Go find it. Take that time. And the greatest thing that happened to me, though, when I was in the Navy, it's going to sound a little counter, I guess, was becoming an alcoholic. I became an alcoholic on the morning of February 11th, 2012. I woke up late for work, still drunk from the night before. And I was racing out the door, and I caught a glimpse of myself in the mirror, a person I did not recognize. I had saggy eyes, my eyes were bloodshot, my skin was oily, and it just pale, and I did not recognize this person that I was staring at. And as I walked to work that morning, all I could think about was the stranger in the mirror. And I knew that I needed to do something about it. There was no more waiting. There was no more spiraling downward. I knew that I was going to get in trouble eventually, and so I knew that I had to make that change. And as I walked in to my division officer's office that morning, everything in my body was trying to hold me back. My legs did not want to move. My mind was coming up with different things to say, different excuses of why I was in his office. And to this day, I still don't know how I found it in me to say the 3 most monumentally massive words that I will have ever said in my entire life. I need help. Now there's a stigma about, thank you. There's a stigma about asking for help, that it is somehow a weakness. Asking for help is not cowardly, it is courageous. It should not be condemned, it should be celebrated. It is the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my entire life, yet by far the most rewarding. And as I walked into his office, he had an outstretched hand for me when I said those 3 words, and he accepted me. And he got me the proper help that I needed. And for that, I will always be grateful to him. Now, to say that sobriety was something that I fought along the way is an understatement, because I did. I didn't accept it right away. I remember a lot of people, in the beginning of my sobriety, there were a lot more naysayers than supporters. A lot of people who said that I wouldn't make it a month, a week. And I remember them. And I would like to thank them, because without them, I wouldn't have had that chip on my shoulder, wouldn't have built that passion in me to prove them wrong. And as I went along in my sobriety, it made me become a goal to prove them wrong every step of the way. And 5 years later, I'm proud to say that I'm still proving them wrong. And when I got out of the military, I really had no sense of direction. I didn't really know what I wanted to do. I was lost. The transition was a lot more difficult than I had expected. And I can honestly say that if it wasn't for my pops, I would probably be living on the street. And I knew for one thing was for sure, though, and that was I was not meant for college. I was not meant for school. And so I took a year, and I knew that it would have to be something extremely drastic in order to get me back into a classroom. And that's exactly what happened. In July of 2014, 2 of my friends who I had served overseas with committed suicide within a 5-day span of one another. And at first I was mad at them. I was mad that they didn't reach out. I was mad that they didn't ask for help. I was mad at the VA. I was mad at the system for failing them. And then a little voice in my head, as I was sitting there watching TV on my couch, said, "What the hell are you doing about it?" It's easy to sit back and blame others, but until I was willing to go out there and do something about it, I really had nowhere to talk. And so a week later, I took the placement exam and signed up for classes at Coconino Community College. Now, to say I was nervous would be an understatement. I remember the first day of class, sitting outside. It was a rainy day. And I remember thinking to myself, there's no way you're going to be able to do this. It's just, I mean, look at, just for an associate's, it's like 60 credits. How are you going to get through this? And as I was sitting there, if something is better than proving others wrong, is proving yourself wrong. And if I couldn't do it for me, then do it for those 22 veterans a day who feel there's no better option than to end their lives. And so that became my motivation, to become a substance abuse counselor and to help them within the system, within the VA, because that's how you make a change. And so I knew that I needed a couple of guidelines to help get me through it. The first one being to not miss a day, show up, and the second one, to do all the work. And as I went along in my college career, I recognized that taking it one day at a time also is very important, because it's never overwhelming if you just take it one day at a time. If you just chip away, chip away, chip away, you're going to be okay. And so I followed my rules, and much to my surprise, not only were these keys to success, but I excelled in the classroom. I made the president's list nearly every semester I was here. And I decided to devote myself as a leader in the classroom, because the military had taught me that. If somebody didn't know something, I wanted to teach them. I wanted to help them. Even if it came to the dreaded world of statistics, I wanted to help them. And luckily, around this time last year, Katie Radix, she kept on pushing me. She said, "Hey, you should be an officer in Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society." And At first I was hesitant, but I finally accepted her offer, and I became the Vice President of Fellowship in Phi Theta Kappa Honor Society. Yeah, there we go. And I like to say that Phi Theta Kappa, we put the community in community college, because we are so community-based. I mean, think of it, the blood drive, the bowling for kids' sake, the trash cleanups, the mental health awareness hike. And what I didn't expect, though, was to build such a close bond with the officer team and the advisors that I did. But I did. And it was so nice to meet people who were like-minded and who wanted to help out in the community and had been told earlier in their life that maybe they weren't smart enough for college or maybe they weren't good enough. And to come out here and excel the way we do is just amazing. And so I'm thankful to them as well, because they helped keep me in line as well. So today, I'd like to leave you with this. There's going to be a lot of naysayers in your life, a lot of people who tell you you can't do something. So use that chip on your shoulder to prove them wrong. Even if it's yourself, prove yourself wrong, because it feels pretty damn good. And I would like to say that the good thing about attending community college is that so many of us come from such varying backgrounds, but a lot of us have been told the same thing, that we can't do it, that we're not smart enough, that we'll never graduate. So today, everyone, hold that degree proudly by your side and let those naysayers know that you proved them wrong. Thank you, and God bless.
Our students are amazing, and I know every one of you have an amazing story. Thank you for sharing it with us today. The story of our students is the story of our college, and never forget that. Thank you. And now I'd like to please welcome Dr. Kay Laurie Dixon, Vice Provost for Teaching, Learning, Design, and Assessment of Northern Arizona University. She will share a few words with us. Thank you.
Good afternoon. As you can see, I have a few words prepared, but I don't feel I can follow you two. It's just, I thought as a commencement speaker, I was supposed to inspire the crowd, the graduates, but I can't. I mean, you've done it all. Thank you. I do want to echo Dr. Smith's comments that you all have stories, and I'd love to hear every single one of them. I was thinking about the pathways we take through our educational journey, and I realized mine was relatively straightforward. I have this pattern of you go to school, you graduate in May, you go to school again in September. You go for full-time for a couple years, you graduate in May, you go to school in September, rinse and repeat. That's just what I did. And I haven't finished doing it. I've been in academia my whole life. So when the wind blows in Flagstaff, I know commencement's coming. It's spring. But I just want to say on behalf of Northern Arizona University and President Chang, thank you for inviting me to be part of the commencement ceremony. It is really inspiring, and I thank you for that. I know President Chang would have liked to be here herself, though she's a little busy with 2 large commencement ceremonies down the street and 2 more tomorrow, so we apologize for the traffic, but we congratulate all those graduates as well. And we hope you don't stop with your associate's degree. We encourage you to go on. We welcome you to NAU, to other universities in Arizona or in Notre Dame as well. I'm sure they'll look forward to having you as part of their team as well. So in closing, I'd like to congratulate you on this phenomenal achievement. It's really meaningful. It means a lot to you and all the people that have supported you and your communities. It all contributes. And please celebrate with all of those that supported you in your journey. Maybe celebrate with those naysayers, because they helped you get where you are today as well. And I look forward to, I hope you look forward to participating in other commencement ceremonies with another degree, however or wherever you go. I saw you shaking your head. Come on. Just consider it, okay? All the hurdles that it takes to earn degrees, they're worth it. Thank you all, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Dixon, and we appreciate the great partnership that we have with Northern Arizona University, and it just keeps growing and expanding in many different areas, and it's all about the students, and it's that shared philosophy that makes us such great partners, doing everything we can to help our students to be successful. Now, we've got a few more things here. What do you think is going to happen next? Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, with these few little items that are going to happen next, when it is time for you to come up here and walk across the stage, I want to encourage all of your friends and families to cheer you on and help you really keep with you this wonderful feeling of achievement. So we're not going to ask you to be, keep it down or applaud at the end. You applaud for every single student that comes across this stage and for how amazing they are. And right now, as we go forward, I would like to ask Chair Garcia to please join me at the podium. And will the graduating class of 2017 please stand? District Governing Board, dignitaries, faculty, staff, and guests, I am honored to present to you the Coconino Community College graduating class of 2017. All degrees and certificates conferred today are awarded with the understanding that the final academic and administrative requirements, as determined by the governing board, have been met. Students, please remain standing.
Members of the class of 2017, by the authority vested in the governing board of Coconino Community College, by the laws of the state of Arizona, and with the understanding that each of you has completed all the requirements of your respective programs as set forth by the faculty, I hereby confer on each of you the appropriate degree or certificate with all rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Please present yourself at the platform to receive your degree.
Kevin Scholar, Associate of Arts, Psychology. Candace Lewis, Associate of General Studies.
Stephanie Curley, Associate of Arts, Construction Technology Management.
Lori Begay, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Shandine Benet, Associate of Science, General Studies.
Matthew Garcia, Associate of Arts, Business.
Derek Iron, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Robert Young, Associate of Arts, Administration of Justice.
Evan Burris, Associate of Applied Science, Network Engineering.
Casey Randall, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Devlin Mooney, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Abigail Tamblinson, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Liv De Silva, Associate of General Studies.
Aaron Rickle, Associate of Arts, Sign Language.
Jacqueline Norman, Associate of Science, Sign Language Interpretation.
Natasha Yazzie, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Alvina Lee, Associate of Arts, Administration of Justice.
Corey Bennett, Associate of General Studies.
Hannah Schneider, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Jennifer Gonzalez, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Tara Bubico, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Catherine Radix, Associate of Arts, Psychology.
Ciara Scott, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Jasmine Torres, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Ashley Joyce, Associate of Arts, Business.
Ariana McKinley, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Lorena Baez, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Michaela Bonner, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Is he coming up? Okay. So I'll just wait. Jacob Gonzalez, Associate of Business.
John Phelps, Associate of Applied Science, Administration of Justice.
Jillian Hostetler, Associate of Arts, Psychology.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine.
Ana Salamanca, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Maria Lopez Rodriguez, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Jasmine Trio, Certificate, AJAC A.
Emily Denise, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Brittany Benali, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Cynthia Lee, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Ramona Langham, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Latanya Sherman, Associate of Arts, Administration of Justice.
Elliot Cooley, Associate of Arts, Business.
Brandon Smith, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers, summa cum laude.
Philip Stegman, Associate of Arts, Business.
Daniel Silva, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Alexa Hernandez, Associate of Business.
Miranda Pacheco, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Tom Morello, Associate of General Studies.
Jocelyn Warehan, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Ellen Ingerick, Associate of Arts, Sociology.
Serena Rodriguez, Associate of Arts, Hotel Restaurant Management.
Darshina Arizona, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Shalina Mercer, Associate of Arts, Business, and a Certificate for Accounting.
Jaden Breland, Associate of Science, General Studies.
Ivy Walker, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Kyle Richard, Associate of Applied Science, Computer Software Technology.
Marcos Trejo, Associate of Applied Science, Fire Science.
Delight Teller, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Katie Chester, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Tanika Ben, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Jeremy Yazi, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Tristan Connor, Associate of Applied Science, Alternative Energy Technology.
Karen Kuchler, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Mildred Williams, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Marissa Coolin, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Benjamin Moreno, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Alicia Hawks, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Nicholas Escoto, Associate of Applied Science, Nursing.
Shania Featherhat, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Alicia Paul, Associate of Science, General Studies.
Gishal Bedoni, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Yvonne Garber, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
David Schatz, Associate of Arts, Business.
Sierra Hall, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Abigail Bachman, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Viola Poliestewa, Associate of General Studies.
Christian Martinez, Associate of Arts, Business.
Tracy Begay, Associate of General Studies.
Brooke Risali, Associate of Arts, Hotel Restaurant Management, and General Studies.
Mercedes Martin, Associate of Applied Science, Early Childhood Education. Nalani Bonino Tarvel, Associate of Arts, Administration of Justice.
Jessica Gonzalez, Associate of Arts, Administration of Justice.
Megan Myers, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Julia Andrizi Gold, Associate of Arts, Business.
Jessica Williams, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Riley O'Connor, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Elliot Riggs, Associate of Applied Science, Fire Science.
Felan Mendieta, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Hannah Valdivino, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual Arts.
Brandon Van Rees, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Michael McCabe, Associate of Fine Arts, Visual Arts.
Martin Hakas, Associate of Applied Science, Construction Technology.
Joshua Warren, Certificate, Alternative Energy Technology.
Alicia Begay, Certificate, Alternative Energy Technology.
Daedric Riggs, Certificate, Alternative Energy Technology.
Michael Sherman, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Mariah Stone Street, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Office Management.
Trudy Hasgood, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Office Management.
Lee Slay, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Office Management.
Cynthia Navasi, Certificate, Medical Assistant.
Anna Baltraz, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Megan Ray, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Davida Tisinagini, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Office Management.
Valerie Reyes, Associate of Arts, Psychology.
Charmaine Weaver, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Krista Vinson, Associate of Arts, Psychology.
Melissa Russell, Associate of Arts, Business.
Hermalia Robbins, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Robin Yazzie, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Ananda Lincoln, Associate of Applied Science, Pre-Health Careers.
Breck Creech, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Jamie Medina, Associate of Arts in Business.
Marcella Shoup, Associate of Arts, General Studies.
Averdeen Smith, Associate of Applied Science, Medical Office Management.
Okay. Yes. Yes. It says return to your seat, and I return to the podium. Okay, all graduates, have you returned to your seats? And I'm sorry, but you have to stand, graduates. And now, I don't know, do we have a drum roll or anything? Don't we need something? Ooh, yeah, that's great. The moment you've all been waiting for. Graduates, you may turn your tassels from the right to the left, and congratulations. Okay, you may be seated for just a minute more. I love graduation. This is my 36th community college graduation. Some think I'm a slow learner, but, as you were going through, I said to someone, I'm so excited, and she said, I am too. And I just love this day. Thank you. We have had another very special guest join us today. And I would like to thank Jonathan Nez, the Vice President of the Navajo Nation, for joining us. Thank you. We know it's hard to get through the traffic in this town, but we thank you so much for joining us. That means a lot to us. And now, the focus of our ceremony has been to celebrate you, our newest alumni. To let us now, we want you to recognize some very special people. We know that it is through the support of friends and loved ones that you have been successful in this journey. Sometimes you have a spouse that took care of everything on the home front while you studied. You may have a son or daughter who didn't get quite as much attention, but they understood because you were in school. You may have had full-time jobs that you were trying to work on as well as go to school. And you might have had employers who helped with that schedule a little bit so you could make your classes. And then, of course, your classmates. We've seen how supportive you are of each other and what that kind of support means in being successful with your studies. And so now, alumni, new alumni, would you please stand up and turn around? Yeah, this isn't part of the plan, okay? It's different. You're going off book now. What I want you to do is give an applaud to all of those friends and loved ones who helped you make it to this point. Absolutely. Okay, we can sit back down again. It's almost over. We're almost there. Before we close, I would like to give my sincere thank you to all of our staff, to all of our faculty members who've worked so hard to make this day a special occasion for all of us. A very special thank you to our student speakers for sharing your story. Just amazing. I'd also like to thank Marion Salter for performing the national anthem. Wasn't it beautiful? She did a beautiful job. I'd like to thank our pianist, Anna Hainsworth. Thank you very much for sharing your art with us. Stacy Anderson, our interpreter for today's ceremony. Thank you very much. Sharing her art with us. And our photographer, Sean Openshaw. Thank you, Sean. Families, after we very orderly have a way to get out of here, okay, you may greet your graduates outside the building immediately following. We'd like to ask the audience to please remain in place until the platform party, the dignitaries, all of our faculty, staff, and graduates have exited. Thank you so much. Please stand for the recessional. Congratulations.
you.